How's it going, everyone? Marriland here, and I am back with another episode of Pokemon White 2. I am still working on that, the where to find every Pokemon / the nature preserve video. I will even include a preview of it in the description. I've got the first 100 or so done, and it is looking just amazing. But I tell you, this has been the biggest video project I have ever done. It's gonna be like, I don't know, 30 minutes or so, and the amount of clips in this video is just staggering. So that is why it's taking so long. I also am doing some really cool sidebars for each of the Pokemon. So it is going to look just amazing. Oh, that's right. I have my Super Repels in my favorites pocket. Cool. Okay, so that is what has been holding me back. I have been working on it. Don't think I haven't. It's one of those things that takes time. There's only so much time in each day, and you know, you hear me complaining about that in every single episode, but it's true. It really is. But, you know, any way you look at it, I did do the entire game pretty much, plus almost everything in the post-game. That's pretty impressive. You gotta, you know, admit that. So I'll try to do what I can. But today, I'm going to show you yet another fight against N. I know, we get to fight him one more time. Actually, we get to fight him in summer, too. I haven't done that one yet. And I'll probably do that, well, I guess it's the 30th when I'm recording this. So, oh, I didn't even need to use that. So probably sometime in February, which hardly seems like summer, but whatever. So, here's a look at my team. I'm just kind of using the same old ones, but I did go ahead and give both Sakurai and Scaleleaf Sunny Day. Now, if you have any Pokemon that can learn Sunny Day, I recommend teaching it to them. And the reason for that is in spring, N uses a rain team. Yeah, he uses he leads with a Politoed that has Drizzle, and he also spams Rain Dance and stuff. He uses a lot of Water-type Pokemon. So, if you're able to counter that with setting up the Sun, you will weaken his Water-type attacks substantially, plus get around that annoying Rain, which, you know, he has some stuff like Swift Swim on some of his Pokemon that speeds them up in the rain. So, that's why I recommend doing that. Anyway, let's go ahead and fight this guy. How surprising. Oh, I didn't... I should see if I can, Hold up. Gotta make sure I lead with someone. I got so excited. Leading with Marriland probably isn't the best idea. That's not terrible, but he's going to lead with a Politoed. Now, it does have Focus Blast, so using something like Magneto probably isn't a good idea. Instead, I'll send out Scaleleaf. Okay, now we're good. Let's do this. Bring it on, N. Okay, let's see what he has. Again, this is a very tough fight for, you know, if you've just beaten the game. I've obviously done so much stuff, so my Pokemon's levels are really high. But, you know, keep that in mind. And I did actually train them up a little bit since the last episode, because when I was training up my Wi-Fi team, or not my Wi-Fi team, what am I talking about? My video game championship team. A good place to train them up is inside of the White Forest, or the White, what is it? The White Tree Hollow. You can get a lot of experience there. Alright, so as you see, it uses Hypnosis, and it likes to hit all the time with that. Puts you to sleep. And then he's going to use some other thing. Here, have some ice cream. Wow, you are just so accurate today. Now, this thing does have the Life Orb, so its attacks will do more damage. You have to be on guard for that. See? Thankfully, more. Let me hear the voice of your Pokemon. But his Water-type attacks are going to be substantially weakened now, thanks to the Sun. And, most importantly, thanks to getting around the Drizzle effect, which would power up all of his Water-type attacks. Here he goes again! Jeez, I love how he hits twice with Hypnosis, which is 60% accurate, and then once with Focus Blast, which is 70% accurate. It's like, really? These attacks do miss! But not while I'm playing, quite obviously. Okay, whatever. It's no big deal. I'll be able to take this Politoed out in the next hit. And even recover a little bit of hit points in the process. The only problem is the Sunny Day is going to wear off very soon. Because I don't have the Heat Rock attached to Scaleaf. Which is rather unfortunate. But, yep, see, it's already done. So he's going to send out an Omastar. Now, this thing, it has Swift Swim, and it also has Rain Dance. So, he'll probably try to set that up. It also has Ice Beam, which I have to be careful about. I do think that Scaleaf is my best bet. Not only that, but it packs Hydro Pump and Earth Power. Earth Power spells some bad news if you're trying to use an Electric type against it. I think Giga Drain will do a pretty decent amount. It is quad weak after all. Well, double weak. It'll take quadruple damage. So hopefully it's enough. And it is. We didn't even have to deal with that thing. Now it does have the Damp Rock, so it will extend the duration of Rain Dance for several turns, actually. Turns it up to 8 turns. So just in case you try to override it with another weather condition, he has a plan for that. So now he's sending out Starmie. And this thing hits very hard and has a lot of different attacks. But they're all special based, and there's not a lot it can really do to something like Magneto. It has Thunder, Ice Beam, Psychic, and Hydro Pump. So, I think Magneto's probably the best bet here. Go ahead and zap that thing with a Thunderbolt. Okay, now, let's go ahead and Thunderbolt it. Yeah, it's very fast, and of course it doesn't miss with Hydro Pump. Because N doesn't miss, he's apparently too cool to miss. And as you see, it did a lot of damage. It actually hit pretty darn hard, and that's not even in the rain. Just imagine how powerful that'd be in the rain, which boosts the power of water-type attacks by 50%. I know. So he's gonna use his Lantern now. This thing has Volt Absorb and it's Electric type, so your usual stuff won't exactly work against it. Not only that, it also packs Signal Beam, so I can't even use a Grass type. In that instance, you're probably best off just using something relatively neutral against it. Or using something with a Ground type attack. Unfortunately, I got rid of Dig on Sakurai. That would have been pretty great. I think Sakurai's still a good call. I can fake it out right away, see how much damage that does, and then figure out what I want to do accordingly. Okay, that did pretty good. I think Drain Punch will actually do enough to knock it out. So I'm not going to take the risk with High Jump Kick. Now this thing packs Thunder, as well as Hydro Pump for doing damage, in addition to that Signal Beam I was telling you about. Oh, not quite enough. Not quite enough indeed. It also has Stockpile, which will raise its defenses. It doesn't have anything like Spit Up or Swallow, so it's solely to raise its defenses. And that's okay. Guess I'm going to Drain Punch while he uses the Full Restore. Yeah, that's rather unfortunate, but that's how it goes. He packs, I don't know if he just has one or what, but I think in the newer games, they seem to only have one Full Restore. Alright, well, at least I hit with High Jump Kick, and that's all that really matters to me. It's something you really do not want to miss. Alright, Tentacruel. We are whittling away at his Pokemon, and this thing has a lot of special defense, so if you're able to hit it with a physical base attack, you'll be in business. It's Water Poison, so stuff like, stuff like Ground or Psychic will do pretty good. Except, you're going to want to use normal physical base attack. Excuse me, physical base attacks. Oh, man. I don't know if it's the weather or what. I wish it were spring right now and raining. I had a big old thunderstorm yesterday, and now I look outside and there's several inches of snow. Yeah, you live in Wisconsin. Wow. So this thing is also a carrier of Rain Dance. It likes to use Rain Dance to help its team out, and it has a Damp Rock. And it Scalds, and this will probably burn me, too. Oh, wow, it didn't. That's rather fortunate. And the last move it has is Giga Drain, believe it or not. I think that's to try and counter any ground-type attacks looking to take advantage of it. But it also has Scald, so that doesn't make sense. Okay, so the last Pokemon he's going to use is Kabutops, and this is actually the only thing on his team that uses physical-based attacks. It has Stone Edge, Aqua Jet, Low Kick, and X-Scissor. So, keep that under consideration. It's a Rock-Water type, and it will be really fast if the rain is going on, because it has Swift Swim. Huh, let's see. I think I'm going to go with Scaleaf here. Capitalize on that Rock-Water type, being double weak to Grass. Let's go for it. Now, the importance of using like Sunny Day or something to override the weather condition is very important because Drizzle, Politoed's ability, which he leads with, that sets up the rain and it lasts indefinitely. So if you don't override it, there's going to be rain throughout the whole battle. And that'll just really soup up the damage with his Hydro Pumps. And, well, pretty much any of his Water-type attacks. Alright, well, see you later, buddy. See you later. Yeah, so that is how you, well, I don't know, that's how I beat N. I guess, you know, your strategy may vary a bit. Just a little bit. But hopefully that gives you an idea of what he is using. And, yeah, what his team is in the springtime. Anyway, I will see you on the next episode of Marriland's Pokemon White 2 Adventure. See you next time, trainers!